am joined by cyclists who are in the studio, and they brought the bike all the way to the studio. And how was the journey from ground floor all the way to our studio?
Yeah, we had to lift our bikes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
can I show you how we did it?
I'm sure you can do it. Yeah. I'm definitely sure you can do it. So just introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay, my name is Joyce Nyaruri and I'm from Naivasha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, did you cycle all the way from Naivasha?
Yesterday.
You cycled all the way from Naivasha to Nairobi?
Yeah, I did it in 3 hours.
What's the inspiration to that?
It's, you know, with cycling, it's my passion.
It's
my passion, so I take it seriously. Yeah.
Well, that's serious dedication to you guys.
Maybe
course, you guys will be telling us what exactly you do. I'll hold this and introduce yourself to our viewers. And
my name is Patrick Abiru. Yeah, I do cycling as a profession and also as a hobby and a means of transport.
Yes.
Joyce here is my teammate. Belong to the team called Extra Milers, but also we have a professional team called Joyce.
Rims of Sweat.
Rims of Sweat. Rims of Sweat.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. Did you also cycle all the way from Naivasha?
No, I don't come from Naivasha.
Yes.
But I had to go and get her and make sure that she's safe on the road.
Wow, 3 hours. You guys are serious cyclists. The last time I took a bike, what guys call black mambas, and I had serious muscle pains for 4 weeks. Introduce yourself maybe to our viewers and tell us what you do, what team you cycle for, and why you do it.
Okay. My name is Caroline Zui. I cycle for Extra Milers. These are my teammates. And I cycle because for me it's a hobby and also a charity.
How long have you been doing it?
I started last year in June.
Just last year in June?
Just last year in June.
And what's the farthest distance you cycled?
A little over 100 kilometers.
In one
day, yes.
Okay. These are challenges coming to you on Top Sport, man. Today was table tennis. Now these guys are cycling for so long. For so long. Introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us your team and why you're doing this.
Nancy Akinyi. I cycle because to me cycling is like therapy to me. I've been cycling now, racing 2 years, yeah? And it's nice, I like it, yeah. And
just tell us, she's done 100 kilometers in one day. What's the farthest you've done?
I've done 247.8 on one single ride.
Once, I'm not going to challenge you guys to any competition, guys. Yeah, I can cycle, I can balance myself on a bicycle, but I can't do all those kilometers you guys do, right? Tell us, introduce yourself and tell us why you do what you do.
Yeah, my name is John Kiriko. I'm a professional cycling. My team is Joyce Sweat, and I'm a professional for tandem cycling in tandem with blind person.
Wow, you guys are really great. And how far can you cycle? Maybe in one? Do you call it sitting or one ride?
No, it was single ride.
Yes, single ride.
Single.
Yeah. How long have you done? Need to.
Yeah, 200 kilometers in a single ride.
200 kilometers. You guys are brilliant. Please don't shock me. I'm already hard.
I brought a black mamba bike, though, a mini one.
Wow. I've done this. And it's really painful. See, when I learned how to ride a bicycle, I'll tell you one thing, is that I was a bit short and I had to put one leg through here so that I could fit. And that's how I learned how to ride a bike. Put one leg through here, and you know, it was not the easiest. Yeah. But thank you for this. But introduce yourself and tell us what you guys are doing.
I'm Ami Davani. Just to say 2 more words on him. He rode with somebody called Douglas in a race called Joburg to Sea, so Joburg to Cape Town. This is a really big mountain bike stage event. And they finished, it was 9 days.
Yeah, 9
9 days, and
900 kilometers.
and Douglas on the back of the tandem is blind, and he led on the front of the tandem. So it's an incredible achievement.
Wow. And you guys ride for extra milers. Not everyone? Not everyone. Just tell us, do you know about the extra milers? Are you part of it?
Not specifically about the extra miners, but just to say that there are a number of exciting groups that are forming for cycling in Kenya, one of which is the extra miners. There's also the one that I know about is a ride on Sunday called the Sunday Cycle, and it's a social ride for people. And then I think there are a few more that take place across Nairobi. So really there is an exciting and growing community now of cyclists.
Guys, there has been traffic jam in this city, right? And probably that's the reason you had to cycle all the way from Naivasha. Tell us about this deal you guys have that cycle to reduce traffic jams, and do you think it's something that Kenyans need to embrace?
Yeah, with cycling, you will reach where you want to go faster than in a car. Like me, I cannot take a matatu to where I go because it will take long for me to reach there. But with a bike, it's only a few minutes. So cycling, it's easy than using a car. Yeah.
You know, you say it's easy, and probably the cheapest bike that any Kenyan can get is a black Mamba, if they're still cheap, that is. And tell us about your bikes. They look different from, you know, the black Mambas.
Okay, with mine, this is a professional bike. Yeah, I do it in competitive races. So for me also cycling, it's like a job for me. So I earn from it and I live out of it. So I have to take care of my bike, but it is also expensive taking care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine. It looks very fancy.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us. Cycling in Kenya, it just looks fancy. That bike.
Yeah, this is like a racing bike. It's not like hers. It's a this one is mountain bike, and this is a race bike.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Okay, just a quick one. Just give us a difference between mountain bike riding and the normal, you know, cross-country cycling that we see maybe in the Tour de France.
This one you use it specifically on the roads. This one is for off-road.
Yes.
Mountain biking, like cross-country, whatever you're saying. But this one, as you can see, the tires, they're sleek.
Yes.
You can't use them off-road. You use them specifically on the road.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is like a road bike, that is a mountain bike. That's the difference.
You guys picked out something called professional cycling, and who's the best female rider here? It's okay. I'm sure your bikes have done all the talking for you, but we'd
okay, I'll challenge that. I won't say it's Emmy, me, her, or her.
Yeah.
But I'll say you're only good as your last race. So far, okay, there'll be conflict of ideas. She won last Sunday, but we were not in. So she's best.
Currently.
Yeah, but as to Joyce and I, we were in Rwanda. She came in she came in 6th, I came in 7th for Kenya. So comparing the two of us, I give her credit. She's the best.
But do you want it to remain that way?
Never, no. No.
So there are competitions coming. It's okay, you can just pass the mic. There's now and just next to you there. And she actually gave you the crown.
I didn't. You got me wrong. I didn't, because in cycling there are many things. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know. There is like, as you can see, she's like more. What's the best word? She's heavily built.
Yes.
Good for downhills, good for flats. And as you can see me, I'm slightly smaller, so I'm good on the climbs. So depending on which race you will organize for us to decide that. The profile of the route or the course will decide that.
Wow. And you'll stand there and let these guys just share this crown between the two of them. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about who is the best lady cyclist here.
Okay, personally, I haven't taken place in a race. I do this recreationally. I plan to take place in one next month. It's a USN mountain bike racing. But, well, I guess they'll all be there. So we'll let the best woman win.
Amy, will you have something to say about that?
Mountain biking, I might not take either of those two on. But when it comes to the upcoming road bikes, 100%. I think it's also nice to see people that are not really from cycling backgrounds as well starting to get involved with cycling. So nice to see some of the communities, other than the traditional Kenyan communities here, also getting involved that maybe traditionally they don't normally ride bicycles at all.
Wow. And what do you think of cycling in Kenya? Is it being taken seriously? Is the federation working to improve and support you guys in these competitions that you guys attend?
Okay, for me, I can say that with these races that we do, the federation is not there, but we just hear it, like we hear them on when they do the trials, maybe when they want to take people for the big races. But for the small races that we have, I've never seen them, to say the truth.
But do you need them? What will it do if they actually got involved in what you guys do?
Okay, for me, I can say if they come there, they will see cycling in a different way, because not just sitting in the office, maybe calling somebody who has won. If they come there and see from the ground, it will be better. Yeah.
Amy?
I think also what's encouraging to see is that people have been very frustrated with the state of cycling in Kenya because of incompetence or lack of energy by the federation. So we're seeing a lot of private initiatives taking place. So people organizing races. One of the really good things is there's a national race calendar now, which has, this is relatively new, which has a lot of races now throughout the year, road and mountain biking. And also now we're starting to see a lot more corporate sponsorship of some of these events. So for example, upcoming, there's a race organized by Farmers Choice. There's another corporate sponsor, USN, which does nutrition, and they're sponsoring one. Tropical Heat, which does the crisps, also is a sponsor. So just a really big shout out to say thank you to all of the corporate sponsors and private individuals out there that are organizing races. We as riders really appreciate it. But it's actually probably because of the lack of initiative taken on by the federation.
Wow. And of course we have Chris Froome, who actually has cycled locally, right? And maybe, I see you're admiring your good work on TV there, but just tell us, do you think Chris Froome has some influence in Kenyan cycling, considering that maybe he started his cycling career here?
Okay, the fact that he started his career in Kenya maybe puts us on the map, but that question, maybe I may not answer it. If someone can answer it, I'm not so sure.
You're not sure if he can, but can we ride on his name and know, try and lift the sport?
Yeah, we can.
So do you guys feel that we don't have to wait for maybe for the federation to come up with stuff for us to do that? You guys are already doing stuff by yourself?
Yeah, at some point we really have to need them, because you will need your race license to do the UCI races. So we really need the federation. But the fact that Froome is from Kenya gives us hopes day in, day out, that it's not about winning the Farmers' Choice race, it's not about winning the USN in Karura. There's more to that, and onto that I think maybe Joyce, Amy and I, on road racing we are working. Maybe in September, maybe we'll bring a medal from the All African Games on the road race. We are really thinking about that, and it's in our minds.
And we wish you all the best. But just before you leave, ladies, and this is something, of course, in as much as you guys are encouraging Kenyans maybe to leave their cars and try pick up cycling, ladies will tell you, you know what, I don't want to, I'm in my heels, I don't want to go to the office all sweaty. And how would you encourage young ladies maybe to pick up the sport?
I would encourage them, giving them examples that even if you're working, even if you're not working, even if you work where, she is working, she cycles a lot. And there was a story, I think, on NTV about some lady who abandoned her Benz or something. She's cycling to work. It's easier to cycle and it's faster. So ladies out there, we're really working so that maybe you join the sport. It's not easy for ladies to join, but somehow maybe God will talk to them.
Okay, what I can tell Kenyan ladies about cycling is it's not, I think most of them are scared because drivers don't respect cyclists in, on our roads. And unfortunately, as a city, we haven't really improved our infrastructure in terms of putting cycling lanes and making it safer for cyclists on the road. But personally, I cycle to work, not every day, but I do it mostly just for sport and for exercise. And as a lady, I can say drivers respect a lady. When they see, in fact, when they see you riding, they will slow down, give you way. So I'd encourage them to pick it up as a sport. It's good exercise, it's a good hobby, and yeah, they should try it, definitely.
Maybe that's because drivers are more afraid of women cyclists.
Is there something like cycling rage? Did you get like really angry? And we've seen like in competitive races, cyclists fighting each other as they go up a hill. Is there something like cycling? How do you handle that? Do you get someone kicking you and you're coming too close?
What I can say is know how to indicate. Just like the way when you're driving, you need to let others know of your intentions on the road. Then just know how to be safe on the road. Then people respect you on your bike. But cycling rage, I've never gotten into one.
All right, guys, we wish you all the best as you guys qualify for the All Africa Games, and hopefully you guys can bring back home plenty of medals. We want gold, silver, and of course bronze. So you guys, we wish you all the best here from Top Sport, and we will be bringing you back to the studio next time. We'll maybe be with you on the road as you cycle. As I told you, probably all of you will beat me hands down. Honestly, I only do it for fun. But thanks you very much. Well, that was fun, and I got myself a bike. I don't know if I get to keep it, but that's where we go to take the second break here on Top Sport. But before we go to that break, there was this interview that was going on somewhere in Venezuela. And in Venezuela, this football player ends his match, and in the pitch, we will get to see what happened to this Venezuela player who got actually kicked as that interview was going on. Top Sport continues with fans.